All right, guys. Hey, it's Miranda Burke with Dear Natty Make Theater Productions. I promise y'all, this is probably about my fifth take into my video diary this week. I've had everything go wrong, from lipstick on my teeth to lighting was poor to mumbling on my words. It was just a hot diggity mess. So I am here today to pretty much share with you about character development, also analyzing your character through script analysis. So I wanted to come a little different. I said throughout this journey, I was going to share different things, techniques and tips and things that I typically do to help us prepare from going from script to stage, because a lot of times people assume that you just get your script and you just go on the stage and that's it. No. It is a process, honey. Like, it is the work. So I want to show you guys a couple of things. I'm sorry, I had to adjust myself. But I want to show you guys a couple of things. I'm going to kind of talk about how I was when I'm acting, also versus me writing and directing, and how we do character development and whatnot, and my way of thinking in my process. So, like, okay, I remember last week I told you guys that my actors got their script books. So now they're in that process where they're reading that play. So sometimes, when you get the play, you're like, oh my God, I got my script. I'm excited. I can't wait to read it. So they're right now in that phase of, oh my God, I got my script. I'm excited. I can't wait to read it. So eventually, which will be like in the next week or so, they're going to meet and we're going to do like our table reading, and then we're going to start talking about character development. So I'm going to show you a script book. This is my stage manager's. She, I had to hook her up. I had to make her a little more blinky because she fancy. Like, I love my stage manager. She's been with me since 13, but we've been knowing each other since 2000. That is my ace. So shout out to Ebony. So I just had to shout her out real quick. But this is her script book. She pretty much gets the same thing that the actors get. She'll get a couple extra different things. But, first thing they do is they get their script and everything. But so the first thing is, what I gave my actors is I gave them some things because I like for them to know certain things about their characters. So I gave them their character descriptions. So like in No Ordinary Love, which is the play that we're doing, it has a description of every character, who they are in the play and how they're connected in the play. What I've also given every actor in the show is backstories. All of the characters have a backstory. These are certain facts about them that cannot change throughout the course of the play in order to keep them consistent. And they know these things because sometimes when you have new actors, they like to change things and it loses the focus of the script. So I have to give them a blueprint sometimes. So this is part of their blueprint. So they get this. And they also get, this year I tried something different. I gave my main actors keywords. And they were adjectives. They are descriptive words that allows them to know this is how you need to be throughout the entire show. So for one actor, what I did, I gave her the words sultry, self-absorbed, condescending, seductive, and voluptuous. So throughout the play, that's what she needs to always remember, and she needs to be those characters. Show those character traits. I gave another actor manipulating, calculated, devious, stunning, and narcissistic. I can never say that word. So throughout the play, that's what he needs to be. So when you're doing that character development, it helps you create the character. The one thing I always tell my actors, I always tell them this, and this is something that has gotten me through when I play the character, is you are never, ever in life supposed to judge a character. Like, don't ever do it. Because if you judge a character, then you can't show your fullest potential when you perform and act the character out. So I'll give an example. So everybody knows, not only do I write and direct plays, and produce them, I'm also an actor. So everyone knows that, a lot of people know that I played in our last two productions, it was two-parters. One was called With This Ring. That was part 2. But the first play I did back in 2014, and then we did it again in 2016, is Love Changes, which I have right here. And if you're interested in purchasing it, let me know, because I do have a couple copies left. But I played the character Marissa Santiago. So Marissa has been in a relationship with Donovan for 6 years. Marissa wanted to get married to Donovan. So Marissa gave him an ultimatum. So Miranda and Marissa are two totally different people. Miranda wouldn't be with nobody for 6 years and wait for them to marry him. Like, that's not what Miranda's going to do. However, Marissa did. And because Marissa ultimately loved Donovan, and, you know, she went through a journey with him, and she was just sticking around and just a down chick because she wanted to be with Donovan so bad. But, and she wanted to make it work. But I had to remember when I played this character that I couldn't judge her beliefs. So I'll give another example. Marissa comes from a 2-parent home. Miranda comes from a 1-parent home. You know, my mom was my primary parent. Yes, my father was in my life, but he wasn't living with us, and he wasn't our primary decision maker when it came to my household. So that was another reason why Marissa and Miranda were two different people. Marissa was upper middle class. Marissa came from money. Miranda was lower middle class and grew up in the hood, you know, grew up in Madisonville and, you know, all those different areas and whatnot. So we were very different, but I always had to remember that whatever Marissa believed in, Miranda could not judge her. So I was able to let all of Miranda's beliefs go. And it's so funny because there's a scene in Love Changes where Marissa finds out that Donovan, her boyfriend in the play, she finds out that Donovan proposed to his daughter's mother, which is his ex-girlfriend. He proposed to her when they were in college, and he never proposed to Marissa. So it made Marissa feel less than. And in that scene, Marissa slaps him. And it was so funny because I was so invested in the character that I forgot that I wasn't Miranda, in that moment I was Marissa. So you have to remember that you can't judge the character, and you have to separate the worlds. Like, I always found that a lot of my actors who struggle in scenes is because they don't know how to separate the two worlds. And they're like, well, I wouldn't do that. And but you know, such and such, I ain't gonna do what such and such do. And I'm like, you have to remember, that's not you, that's the character. Like, so always separate the two worlds, never judge a character. Remember that your character is gonna go through obstacles, or gonna go through situations to navigate through that world. And also, when you play the character and you read the scenes and you read your script, find out what your character ultimately wants. Because if you know what your character ultimately wants, in acting, we call that the overall objective. But if you remember what your character ultimately wants, you're able to navigate it quicker. So people are like, well, I don't know how to act. We act every single day. Acting is literally like playing a game of chess. Like finding out what your next move is. We do it all the time. So, that's a way of navigating through the characters and whatnot. I'm sorry, I had messages coming in from my cousins. I don't know why they want to text me now, but anywho, I'm sorry. But you always have to remember what your character ultimately wants. So again, like I said, throughout this journey of No Ordinary Love, I'm going to take you guys on what it's like to go from script to stage. And this stage is actually my favorite part. Just because it's that beginning stage. This stage to me makes or breaks a play. It makes or break a finished product. Because if you don't develop that character enough, and you don't give them that understanding of, as a director, what you want your vision to ultimately be, you can lose people. And I can say that in transparency because it happened in my last show. I didn't spend enough time developing, the way that I wanted to, because I ultimately lost actors. It didn't make sense, and it was confusing and everything. So this stage is the most important stage to me when it comes to putting on a stage production, like a stage play. You know, people think the run-throughs and the final dress rehearsals are important. Yes, those pieces are equally important, but the character development, the central needing to know what happens in a scene by scene, making sure that the actors separate the two worlds and they ultimately showcase your vision as a director and as the writer. This is important to me. Like, this is like the part that I am like, okay, I gotta see this, because this also goes hand in hand with the table reading. So yeah, it's very important to do these components and whatnot. So, but I just want to thank you guys for even listening, because I'm trying to keep my time limit, and I'm looking at the time. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to go a little over time that I wanted to. So, but I thank you guys for listening. I thank you guys for watching our videos. I'll be back next week to talk more about what's the journey going to be like, because the table reading process is probably what I'm going to speak on the most, because I know our table reading's coming up. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like all of our social media pages. On Instagram, we're Dear.Nettie May Official. On Facebook, we're Dear.Nettie May Theater Productions. We do have a website. I'll put that link below. Also, if you're interested in this, I do have this on sale. I have a couple copies. I don't have as many as I want to have. But if you're interested in this is my baby. Love Changes. I love this play. Like, there are some incredible people who are in this play and who are a part of this project. We did this back in 2016. It is my baby when I say, you know, I love this play. So, but make sure you check this out. Email us at dear.nettiemay@gmail.com if you're interested. Love you guys, but thank you so much. Have a great night. Bye. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.